Aloha, namaste, welcome back to You Are Your Own Beloved. I'm going to start with a reading from my second sunflower, You Are Your Own Beloved. Petal 6, God. Seeing the higher truth beyond the matrix. Some people die and come back to life, what is known as a near-death experience, or NDE, to gain spiritual insight and truth. I didn't have to have an NDE to gain spiritual truth. I had a prophetic vision or an outer body experience in my own backyard during a dark time and during the writing of my first sunflower, Fearless Freedom. It was one of those multi-dimensional experiences where words can't really describe the depth and profundity of it, but I will try regardless. I was standing outside in my yard walking karma when instantly I was out of my body looking down on the earth and all of humanity. It was like a sunroof opened and I was peering down through it, seeing what God sees with omnipresent vision and awareness. I saw all of humanity at one time, with a veil covering their heads in front of their faces. The humans appeared like they were all walking around asleep, blinded to their true nature. They had no idea of the divine within and of their connection to God, that they were God. They were walking sleepers. Then I felt this huge wave of emotion come over me. I gasped and was right back down in my body. The universe was giving me a glimpse beyond the Maya or the Matrix into the higher reality of truth. I stood there for a few minutes taking it in, not believing what just transpired. I saw it, I felt it, it was profound. In that instant, I saw the core problem of the entire world, the forgetting of who we are. We are the omnipresent energy of the Almighty Creator. We are God expressing itself in this physical vessel. So, as I saw everyone in like this veil covering their crown and their third eye, they weren't aware that there was this cord, this etheric energetic cord that was attaching from their heart through their crown all the way up to the Creator, to God, and that everybody was connected and part of the whole. And they were God. They were part of God. And that's what we call, I guess, in what I refer to as holographic wholeness. It's like if you are part of the whole, that's a hologram. Like if you take a piece of that out, the whole still exists in that little piece, right? So that's how I saw everybody. Just, we forgot we had this veil. So all is God. Einstein said, God is all that exists. It is the sum of all energy in the universe. Consciousness equals God. The words are interchangeable. And this is a teaching by Michael Love of the Pleiadians. 1. Consciousness is the primary existence. 2. You are this consciousness. 3. There is only one consciousness in the universe. I am God doesn't give you a God complex. Have I not said you are all the same as well? This is the correct teaching about who God is. Every being in the universe is God's source, is an emanation of the same one consciousness that exists. Every saint and sinner is God. All things are God manifested. All beings are God manifested. There is nothing that is not God. It is impossible for a thing not to be this. What is called God is the whole of the universe, and trying to place something outside of that whole produces error. You are God, so get over it. When you are truly resonating in the vibrational frequency of your I am presence, there's no more loving yourself because you are love itself. It's like asking the water to be wet or asking God to love him or herself. God is omnipresent love. The song by the Beatles, All You Need Is Love, is another way to keep us trapped in the conditioned mind in the form, looking for love externally. You don't need love, you are love. And like I said in the introduction in my book, God and love are two words that can be interchanged because God is love. Love is God. And you are God. So if you are God, then you are love. And that's what you are. You might also express yourself in other variations of love. And everything is love. So if you look at everything in the universe is love. This is the substance or source, foundation of all of the creation of life. Then there's only variations of that, like different manifestations. Love can be expressed as fear. Fear is the complete polar opposite of love, but it's still just love, is just the opposite, right? Because if all there is love and God, everything that is the opposite of it, that is contrast to it, is still that love, is just showing itself in another way. So that's just a way of looking at things, right? And I think when you look at things in that way, it's just life becomes easier. Like there's less worry or strain or like trying to figure shit out. I don't know. It helps me to think of like everything is just love. All beings are just love. But some people and some humans are just expressing themselves in other ways because they're under the spell. They're in the spiritual amnesia. They've forgotten who they are. And so they're walking around like in this forgetful state. And then so what they're expressing is what the world and society has conditioned them to think, to believe that they are. But it's not true. It's just an illusion. And so as you start to cut through that illusion and get to the core truth of things, of the matter of what everything is, then you start to wake up and realize, number one, who you really are, and then number two, like what everything else is and everyone else is. And it's just pretty cool when you start to realize that and have that inner standing. So I hope this was helpful for you, and please take that in. Let's just sit for a minute together as we receive this information into our heart, because sometimes it needs to bypass our mind and just drop down into our heart, where we can just feel for us if that resonates true for us. What does your heart say? My heart is beating, yes. My heart is full of love, and I'm sending that to you now. You are your own beloved. You are love, and that's all there is. The soul fire in me, I give to you. Aho. To learn more about my offerings, visit my website at igniteyoursoulfire.com. Please subscribe to my channel and comment below, my soul family. Thank you for being here on our precious planet Gaia at this time. Your light matters. You matter. You make a difference in the world by just being you. Ahuiho. Until our hearts meet again. You are loved.